And the last unique section I want to talk about are what I call mini combos. We mentioned how back 2 on hit, you get guaranteed follow-up. That's all I mean. You're not getting launchers and bounds and juggles and full combos and stuff. These are just guaranteed follow-ups. I feel like these are part of your move list more than they are combos. I just feel like, oh, back 2 has these extensions, right? Whenever it hits, you just pick whichever one that you do. While running 2, it has these extensions. Kind of the way I think about it, right? If you're going to do these moves, be prepared to do the follow-up afterwards, or else you're kind of wasting the effort, right? They put it in here for a reason. So I call these little mini combos. You want to learn those. They're a little situational for this character. They made some odd choices, but a lot of them are good. I just talked about the 2 best. While running 2, on hit, you can do several different Phoenix options. Anything you want, basically. Phoenix 4, right there, 32 damage. This is in the dock. I have all the damage that you get from each of your choices. Phoenix 1, the Phoenix 2 strings, Phoenix 4. They're all guaranteed on that hit. You just don't get any properties because they're on the ground. You don't get the floor break or the animations or anything. So they don't do a ton of damage because they're grounded. However, back 2, they're still on their feet when you hit them with the Phoenix. So hitting them with Phoenix 2-1 looks like that. And hitting with back 2, Phoenix 1 looks exactly the same, right? It doesn't change what they are. They're still grounded. So you get way more damage off of this, and you can do anything you want. The only things that don't work are going to be the 3+4. Everything else connects, all of it. Phoenix, 3, 1+2 for your floor break, right? And then Unibeam, you know, the choices are endless. You can do anything you want. Again, damage is listed. You can use this to change sides. For example, if you do Phoenix 2-2, that switches sides for you. You can break the floor with the one that we just saw, and you can heat engager. You can do 1+2 and go to heat engager from this, which is very good. Some of the other ones, not as good. We briefly talked about the counter hit on while standing 1-2. It's free damage, right? That's a chunk of damage. That's 54 damage if they get caught by that. So that's why I like that so much. While standing 1 in the stance is weird and not super practical, but if you set it up right and you get this counter hit, that's really good. It's just a little bit fast. You got to recognize it. Oh, there it is. And go for my little health switch. That's worth it. So you're going to figure that way in your game plan at some point. Come back and check the dock every so often. Like, oh yeah, I forgot that even existed. There it is. Some other ones, maybe good, maybe not as good. 2-2-1, not a natural combo. On counter hit of the first hit, it is. But on counter hit of the third hit, you can do that. You can do back 4. That's basically it. I haven't found too much else that's going to reach from that move. Most of the time, like back 4 and down 1+2 are pretty interchangeable. So they do about the same damage, same results. 2-2-1. That's a little bit slower in this case. That's like 2 frames slower, so it might not work. So back 4 is your go-to there. Another one is updraft 1. If you're going to use this, like, oh, I forgot, let's try this out. You can run up and back 4, but it's kind of far away, right? There it is, back 4. Down 1+2 is not going to work here. It's a little too slow, so that's another one. You just dash up and back 4 if you're in range. Next up is counter hit Phoenix 2. We talked about this has a safer path. You don't risk anything by going for this, but if you do get the counter hit, you get a free follow-up. You can hit it with back 4. In this case, you can do down 1+2 there. And you can do 1+2, the heat engage. You don't get the heat, but it's still there. So those are different choices. About the same damage. 1+2 is a little bit more. But if you want to just stick to back 4 for all these situations, that's fine. Oh, got my counter hit, back 4. And that's if you don't want to leverage the idea of going for the full Phoenix 2-1, because that counter hits a whole bunch. Phoenix 2 by itself, quick little follow-up, pretty nice. Can't complain about that. And that goes well with Phoenix 4. Also a counter hit. This one is +13. So you can do while standing 4, you go right into another Phoenix if you want. This can get wild in some cases. All right, you can do lots of stuff with that. Or you can do while standing 1-2, get free damage in a wall splat. Or heat engager. While standing 1+2 is the same thing. 13 frame, connects on their feet, you get the heat engager off of this version of it. So counter hit Phoenix 4 is still fairly risky, but it's not bad. For what you're getting, -13 is very low risk. So that Phoenix 2 versus Phoenix 4 mix-up that we talked about in the beginning, that's really strong on its own. Very cool stuff there. The last ones are heat mode, and you have your new forward 2-2-1 string. If they get hit by just that, you can go for this hell sweep. They can tech roll that backwards. They can just roll back and they'll be fine. It's not forced like the other situations we saw. So if they forget to do that, you get the free follow-up there. So heat mode, forward 2-2-1. See, on block it does nothing. And the whole string on counter hit is guaranteed. So forward 2-2-1 results in that same thing. If they forget to tech roll, free damage. So as long as that one connects, you get that, but they can tech roll again. They're probably going to know that. Just remember that it's there if it doesn't. However, the cool thing is if they block. Forward 2-2-1, like charge it up, it does that screen break thing. And that's a guaranteed 1+2. That's plus 13 when that happens. Boom, boom, boom. And you get all that damage on top of it. So you're getting the 13, they take 13 damage from blocking that, and you get 32 more if you do the 1+2 and spend your heat engager on it. You don't have to. Since you're already in heat mode, like, you could just stick with that. You can just do that and go about your day. Or you could finish off your heat and then cash it out for a ton of damage. So that's on block when you get that move in heat mode. It's on normal hit, or charged up on normal hit, it's a launcher. Charged up on block, you get a heat engager, and on any other regular hit, you can get a follow-up if they forget to tech roll. So that's a pretty far down the well as far as his toolkit goes, but that's one of the good ones. That's a really good addition for heat mode. So those are all pretty decent. You're going to find some opportunities for all those. You just got to remember them, right? You just got to remember, oh yeah, 2-2-1 has that third hit property. I should do that more often. But while running 2 and back 2 are indispensable. We're going to use those all day. So is Phoenix 2, Phoenix 4. That mix up. Both have counter hit properties and follow-ups. You're going to learn that and use it extensively.